The murder trial of Alutha Pasile for the murder of Nosicelo Mtebeni will continue in the High Court in East London today. Now, you remember it was postponed last week as the suspect secured legal representation. Now, his legal representative requested the postponement to study the docket. Pasile faces a charge of murder and defeating the ends of justice. Mtebeni was murdered in August this year. The body of the 23-year-old Fort Hare University law student was dismembered and left on the street in East London in a suitcase. Our reporter, Abongile Yankis, is there. Let's cross over to him to find out what we can expect today. And of course, I think he is joined by one of the students that he's going to chat to. Abongile, over to you. Good morning.
A very good morning to Leanne. Yes, it will be the second time that Alutha Pasile will be appearing in court after he had requested legal representation. Well, I predict another postponement because his legal representatives need time to focus on the documents of the merits of the case, and that clearly maybe there will be another postponement. It's still too far from the trial date that's going to be set. The students are quite disappointed with that regard, and we're also fearing of load shedding, which might hit the court at around 9 o'clock when proceedings start today. Well, the students are currently writing their exams today, and not all of them could have made it. But I'm now joined by one of the SRC leaders, Unande Neti. A very good morning to you, ma'am. Once again here in court today to support Nosicelo Pasile. Tell us about that.
Today we are here to support one of our own that we lost this year. That one was the final year law student. Today, her classmates are sitting and writing their first papers as the final year students. That those students next year will be graduating in May, and with that dream to hear family have not been served, and we are very painful as such because the justice has not been served and the family now is still on pain. But we hope that today justice will be served and the family now will be at peace.
You are mentioning that Nosicelo, had she still been alive, she would be writing exams today too, and which would be her final before graduating. How are the students, particularly her close friends, coping on this day that there's a desk missing of Nosicelo today?
You know, her classmates are not feeling well because she was one of the students who was excelling in some point. She was assisting them in terms of academical. So it's not good in some of the students, but we are trying by all means to organize counseling for those students, at least that we promise them that this year they must make sure that they pass so that Nosicilelo's soul may rest in peace, peaceful, so that she knows that very well what those people that she left behind have done very well, even if she did not make it, but someone have taken her right to life. But now today we hope that justice will be served.
You've also raised concerns about the postponements in this case, and should there be another delay today, how will that make you feel?
You know, even for the second postponement that happened, we did not feel well because we wanted justice to be served. And now we feel that the justice system itself alone is protecting the perpetrators, not even the victim. This is such a painful case, a brutal case, but we see that justice is on the side of the perpetrator. If that happened again, we'll be in very pain as SRC, even a student of University of Fort Hare, because today, this is the day that the court itself should decide and make her parents to find peace and even the student themselves to feel to know that today the justice has they are sitting on their first papers to write as final year students. Thank you.
Is the SRC still in contact with the family of Nosicelo? And from your engagements, how is the family doing now?
You know, the family is not feeling well, especially now that they heard that, final year law students are writing their exam. You know, the family now, at some point, we're having a picture that their child will be the breadwinner of the family. The dream that their child they wanted to be will be happening next day. That child will be a graduate because it's one of the students that I could say that could obtain even a cum laude because she was progressing academically. So the family is not feeling well at some point, and because even the justice has not been served yet. So those are some other things that make him not feel well about this case.
I thank you so much for your time. Well, Leanne, that was Nande Neti one of the SRC leaders here at the university. Court is scheduled to start at 9 o'clock, but there are fears of load shedding, as I mentioned. Well, the case still receives quite attention from civil society. And if I could bring one of the people here, can come. From Masimanyane Women's Group. A very good day to you too, ma'am. You're here once more leading a campaign against gender-based violence. This case is very close to your heart.
Yes, good morning to the viewers as well. This case is very close to our heart, as you can see that an injury to one woman is an injury to all of us. So we are here today to see that justice is served in this case, because justice served in Nosicelo's case is justice served to women. And I would like to also say that our constitution stated very clearly that the state must respect, protect, promote and fulfill the rights of all women, of all citizens, and that includes women. And if we're talking about our constitution, it is a world-renowned constitution. But as citizens, in fact, as women in South Africa, we don't feel that we've got a world-renowned constitution, because in cases of gender-based violence, there are delays, dockets get lost. Just last week, this particular case that we're about here today, it was supposed to sit today, but just out of the blue, the perpetrator, Alutha Pasile, changed his mind about getting a legal representative, and that is also a delaying tactic. So we are here still today to shout that this is enough. Justice must be served.
I thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
Well, Leanne, that was a member of the organization Masimanyane here in East London, expressing her views on the case, Leanne.
All right, Abangila, thank you very, very much for that crossing devastating story. And I can imagine a lot of attention will be focused on that today.